Feel like we're taking a journey.
Got it. Don't touch it. We got it.
Sweet.
Woo!
Sorry, everybody. I forgot that I switched my audio source back over because I've been watching stuff with Mr. Fu because we were watching Discovery. And then I was like,
You've been watching porn, haven't you? Tell Grandma.
Star Trek porn, yeah. Discovery.
Sex Trek?
Sex Trek. Sex across the stars. Going boldly where no one has gone before. Ew, oh, that would be terrible. Oh.
Heavenly bodies. Oh, that's good.
Now we can bring in the Squire of Gothos.
Yeah. And you boys can hear it well enough now that it's on the right source?
Oh, yes. Oh, God.
Greetings, progeny. As elder I have summoned you to you with a task of urgent matter. You are the only one I trust who could attempt such a quest. I need you to find out what is going on in Gothos that would cause the other vampire clans to send emissaries to the city.
I think what you need is for me to call your mother to come pick you up.
Fact has been recently discovered by some mortal. Some of us elders believe it to be the lost scrolls of the first blood.
Yes.
If that is so, we cannot allow our rivals to gain possession of them. For in legend, they contain a great power over all of our kind. You must leave for Gothos at once. But before you do, remember, choose your allies carefully, and your enemies more so. For none of our coven will be able to help unless we start a war with Gareth. Gothos is under Gareth.
Not a war with Gareth.
And
Gareth Millward.
What?
Yes.
What a fucking unintimidating name for a fucking vampire, Gareth.
Yeah, especially for him to be like a lord.
The deceiver will
Lord
stop
We're taking on Gareth in the whole history department.
Count Gareth.
the night.
Oh,
Count Gareth from finance.
Oh my god! Such a fix!
It's such a 90s transition.
Yeah. That was
Working
a
that-
very 90s transition. Loving that.
Working those Kyle's power tools.
Alright, now what I understand from this game is that you can bite pretty much everyone.
No, the places you have to go to in order to change your name legally tends to not be open this late.
That's true.
Grandma likes to bite.
Alright, let's see. Multiple murders strike the city. The fifth victim was claimed last night in what police are now claiming the work of a serial killer. Detective Thomas Grant of the Gothos PD Homicide Division is advising people to stay off the streets after dark and to travel in public places. Local archaeologist makes incredible discovery. It's an old man. Deputy Mayor charged in
the circus
city.
is coming.
The circus
Hell
is coming!
yeah!
Get ready for
Want a
Halloween!
balloon, Sonny?
Oh.
Gabriel, did you eat all your breakfast? You got a whole lot of legs at the moment, mate.
Want a balloon, Sonny?
Ah!
Here's a nice one.
Want a balloon?
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Oh, I read the part where he was in a red lace teddy before I read that he was in a transvestite horn. Everything's fine now. No one should guilt this man for being his best self. Alright, let's see. Grant. Oh, here we go. An 11-year-old... Sorry, 11-year veteran
Whoa,
of
that's an
homicide.
Apple ad.
Yeah. Yes.
Denies reports that the killings were connected to vampires. Okay. They're drained of all their blood and have 2 puncture wounds on their Totally not vampires, though. No. You might as well think that the Tooth Fairy had killed these people because, like the Tooth Fairy, vampires do not exist. Believe me, this is the work of one or more demented souls, and we are doing everything in our power to put the end to this madness. Here we go. World-renowned archaeologist Dr. Byron Smythe announced that he had made a recent discovery on a dig in France, which he expects will change history as we know it. Smythe is expected to address the scientific community early next week at a press conference to be held at the Museum of Gothos. Sweet. Alright, let us walk places to... Oh! It's a rat! Can I eat the rat?
Say it's a cat. It's a very large rat.
The rat has been eaten.
And it's gone.
Here he is. This is what I was giggling about last night. I like that he's he's constantly like slightly moving. That's actually
he's
nice...
just adjusting his clothes.
Yeah, but like for an FMV game, like usually they just stand stock still until you click on them, and it's just like, this is nice. This has movement in it.
My boy needs a new jacket though. That one obviously doesn't fit him enough.
Welcome to Gothos. Are you here to join this evening's hunt?
Now, we have...
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
We actually have several emotions. We can be like very angry or very lighthearted, and I think the lightheartedness is gonna win us out.
With the hunt, I say. Where are the horses and those damn beagles?
That's
What?
What?
moon in the sky tonight, and the prey is waiting to be slaughtered like the helpless sheep they are. Wouldn't you agree?
Do you agree, lady?
I'm licking my chops already.
Ruthless,
No.
a natural-born killer. You may just survive here yet. Tell me, would you like to know what's on this evening's agenda?
What's on today's agenda? I actually don't know.
Tell me before I bust a vein.
Easy, puppy.
That voice actor is really giving it their all.
Those that can unlock its secrets.
Oh yeah.
Eh.
Do you think one being should have all this power?
Pass me a piece of that action, baby.
Imagine what would happen if a vampire gained possession of the scrolls and used the powers to take over.
I like
all
how
the
serious
world.
this guy is, and I'm about to say the
Ultimate
words
power is
woo-hoo.
ultimate corruption. Do you wish this to happen?
Woohoo!
You are either a fool or you crave absolute power. Watch your back and trust no one.
Yeah, he's like that. He's like that one actor just totally giving it his all in a really bad movie, and everybody else is just like seconds from completely corpsing out in laughter.
I just love like
every Mar Vista actor.
Yeah, I just love the whole like like the world's gonna be corrupted. Like, do you want this to happen? Woohoo!
Sounds like a party.
You're either very stupid, or you want absolute power. Like, where did you get absolute power from, mate? Where? Nope, that's where it came from. That's again somehow where I came from. Is there anywhere past him? Oh, I can become a bat. Ooh, hello. I gotta say,
Cold.
yeah, I do like that all these extra, like, just like idle animations. Hey, baby.
They certainly put their FMV budget to good use.
Oh, she wants to know if I'm interested for company. Should we go light-hearted or very angry?
Very angry.
Your type disgusts me.
Whoa!
Oh wow, that's very angry.
Come on. I could make you feel so good. Wouldn't you like that?
Yep.
All right,
Like what?
Dinner.
You're not doing anything except for slightly turning.
I can only imagine.
Follow me.
Only imagine
Not
what.
Oh!
far.
You... Oh boy!
Oh,
Before we close this deal, show me some money.
I don't have any.
she's very big in this small alley.
You take Visa?
You pay in advance before you get down these pants.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my!
No, I don't have. I don't think I have any. No, I don't have anything.
I
in here.
like how she has a little rhyme.
Don't be so pushy. I'm looking for it.
The money?
I don't have nothing. You blocked my way out.
More money, more problems.
I'll just bust my way past you.
Yeah, you should have bitten her.
Did you really want me to?
Oh
Kind
yeah,
of.
you gotta.
Let's see if I can go back
I
to her
mean-
then.
Your blood is getting low. Look, it's going down. She's gone forever.
When I was
CD2.
testing this. Oh god. Yeah, it's a swapper.
Yeah, it's a swapper.
I'm trying to figure out what city this actually is. It's clearly Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Ooh, a rat. Eat it!
A snack.
Mm.
There you go.
Delicious.
Back to full.
Oh, there's another rat. But let us change avatar. Let's go to the one that Dave liked the look of.
You can change avatars mid-game.
Yeah.
Oh. How sophisticated. Oh no. I feel the presence of an evil spirit.
Hey everybody, did I miss anything?
Oh
Fuck.
Hey, Brian.
no. Hey, Brian.
It's me, Brian Vasco. What's going on, everybody?
Oh, it's a ghost lady.
We just
Oh,
made
it's the
Exactly.
ghost and seventh guest.
Ooh, woman in white.
He's the ghost from the seventh guest, isn't it?
She was
coming home from choir practice.
Tell the secrets of my prison house.
Oh,
Tell it
you
to
too.
me cold. The lightest words that would harrow up my soul.
Urgh. Oh, she didn't want a response.
with her.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yes, she was coming home from choir practice, but she never got there.
Oh, we're in the cemetery now?
Ooh.
Cemetery.
Strong and fresh.
Oh,
Is it a pet cemetery? I like those.
I know, that's
Oh,
where you
good.
met your boyfriend, so yeah.
Mm.
Yes, that'll be a story for the grandkids.
I mean, technically, I suppose you met him, at another cemetery, at a people's cemetery, but,
Oh, who can remember? I certainly can't. I've been drinking wine.
but it wasn't until, you met him at the, pet cemetery that,
It wasn't till I met him at the pet cemetery. I don't know, it just sounded like a song.
I liked it. I like it a lot. Good work,
Oh,
Carol.
thank you. Ooh, this is scary. This reminds me of my... This reminds me of my adventures.
It does.
Yes, it does, actually, doesn't it?
Where's the janitor? Where's my theme song? Doesn't anyone have that queued up?
There
Oh,
you
look,
go, Carol.
someone else is making the joke for you in the chat.
Ah,
Ding, 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 ding.
18 Machine knows it.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, his PC seems to be managing quite well at the moment. How the heck do I get out of here? I'm stuck in the cemetery now.
The vampire count of Gothos now.
Ew.
That's who I'm gonna say that the new avatar is.
Yeah. He can't find his way out of the cemetery though.
Yes, puppy, we're lost. Oh no. Yes. East, south, M, and Z?
They're rotated.
No, it's because it's turning, yeah.
I just want to get out of here. I want to break free. I want to break free.
Seriously, cemetery? My blood's going down here.
Feeling lonely. There we are.
Yes.
There we go.
There we bloody go.
No, I don't want to go north. That takes me back to where I was. Ooh, a hotel. Don't mind if I do. Dang it! They're all locked up to me. How dare they?
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
We need a spooky voice for this reading.
Yes.
Oh god, that is... tell it back a bit. I know it's Halloween.
I'm Prince Alexander.
Oh god.
Oh. As I journeyed down the eastern flank of those mountains, descending through the land of the clouds, I became invigorated by the slowly returning warmth that the lower elevations brought. Oh well, let me turn off the carol theme. There we go. The snow and rocks soon turned to green grass and trees, and the path broadened into a veritable highway compared to what I'd just been over. It seems as though the closer I came to the valley floor, the more I became convinced that the worst of my journey was over. And it was, of course. But surely you knew there might be a dragon in your future. A lesson we all learn in life, I suspect, is that when things start coming to you too easily, then it's time to watch where you're going. In my case, I wasn't watching, and when the road surface abruptly changed to air, I found myself falling head over heels, which is ridiculous because your head is always over your heels. It wasn't a great fall, indeed. Most of it was rolling and sliding down the slope, but it was nasty enough for me to be reminded about how quickly death can come when you start getting smug. I finally arrived in my father's kingdom, and I hoped no one had seen my entrance.
Oh, yeah. I fell head over heels, and then Darth made a gif of it.
Oh no, my marker is no longer sticky. How do I sit this down?
I have a Halloween story for you.
Okay.
Once upon a time, there was a young man named Prince Alexander. And then he rescued his sister, and then she looked at his bottom. The end.
And then he got a boner.
Isn't it scary?
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Oh, sirens. The cops are coming for you, mate.
You didn't go to the cops, mate.
Okay. Well, as soon as I heard those sirens, all I thought about was the opening to The Bill, if anyone knows what The Bill is.
My family used to watch it all the time.
Oh, it's a British crime show, and it starts off with sirens like that. And then the theme music kicks in, and all you see in the opening is just two sets of feet walking down the street. They're like the cops that are on the beat, sort of thing.
There's a great Mitchell and Webb. Oh!
Right there by that X there.
Oh boy. Tourists.
International food.
Tourists? Why are they dressed like that at this time of night?
Because they're Americans, clearly.
Oh, that's right. Clearly.
Could you tell me where Main Street is?
Nice sunburn.
Yeah, I can tell you where Main Street is.
Hey, great. Could you point it out on a map for me, please?
Bite him! Bite him!
It's right here, down this alley.
Wine. No wonder they call you Wanda.
You never take me anywhere. You're always talking to strangers. You never have time for me. You're always gone all the time.
Oh my god. Oh, there you go.
Oh, wow.
There she goes. Hey. Want to go for a beer? Buy your beer?
Want to go for a beer?
Okay.
No, coming
Want
for
to
you as
go for a
well.
beer?
Oh, wait. He actually left?
Wow.
Wow!
Oh, yeah. We're a vampire.
So okay, does she have money? Can we take money to pay
She
for the
has
next
a
prostitute
catalog
walks
that I
past?
have just taken. Oh, yeah, right, because the prostitute.
I really
Okay.
hope that this is what Nighthawks is like.
Set the bar real high now. I don't think it's gonna deliver on the hype.
No.
And there you
Hello,
go. We're in
officer.
Paris.
Are you out alone
We're in
this
Paris.
Yes, I'm out alone this evening.
Bite her!
When I walk among the shadows,
Ah!
I'm never alone.
Okay, mate. Dial it
I
back a
just
bit.
think you should be warned that it isn't exactly safe to be out here on your own. Have a good evening.
Okay.
Bite her!
How's that for a pickup line though? I walk among the shadows.
Yeah.
That's the first
I
thing.
know. Why is the wound on her neck so giant? This guy's teeth must be huge.
Oh,
Yes.
Now we'll take her hat and mail it to her family.
oh.
Disc 2.
Don't I have it right
I'll
here?
insert disc 2 into your. Oh, who's this guy?
Did he just say listen to Jonas?
Listen to Jonas.
Carol!
I never listen to Jonas. He's dumb.
Judgment hour come. You, Jonas has words for you. Mountaineer,
Oh,
the time is now upon us.
Jonas has words for me. Are they? I'm going to the adventure game convention, Carol. Because that's all he ever fucking says.
Child, listen to me.
Does this look like Dan Stevens
No.
in a really bad wig?
As the false moon is set to rain hell's fire and sulfur as brimstone down upon us. The world has lost its way. And we are doomed. Doomed!
The world is a vampire.
To the fate that's upon us. Hear the tale now, child.
I work on a deep fryer. So tasty.
I feel like we would have got drunk from his blood. Just saying.
Yeah.
Or some sort
Oh,
of STD.
I think he came.
Why
think
not
he
both?
came.
Oh,
Oh, no!
oh dog!
Hi, doggy. Want a snack?
Hi, doggy.
Oh no, it was his dog.
Bite it! We could use a pet.
The Book of Law. Prophecy of the Brethren.
Jonas!
Jonas the First!
We found Jonas! Oh, and we bit him.
Disgusting.
It was the time before the Great Renaissance. There were 12 monks who lived in Eastern Europe in virtual isolation. Yes. Carol, are we
Not
dating?
shocking.
They numbered 12. Though, I don't draw very well, Carol.
That's a picture of the adventure game convention I went to last year.
I touched the men's
Where are all
titties.
the women?
I was just gonna say.
This is how you do a breast exam in the convent.
Oh, no!
Twirling
He
nipples
found a
again.
lump under his arm.
He woke with searing pain in his groin, and yet he touched his nipple and looked at his
That's
elbow.
not his groin.
No.
I don't know much about men's genitals, but I know that's not a groin.
Yes. Oh, wow. He tweaked the nipples more. Oh, now this is more what we're talking about. Okay. And then he was shamed for it afterwards, I see. And then this guy said, I'm gonna lick your neck.
This is getting me all hot and bothered. Oh, look, it's Stina. She's selling fruit.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, poor Stina. They threw her in the hay. It's Assassin's Creed.
Yes. And then they rang the bell for her. Alright. Jonas, you are teaching these boys to be bad.
Is that a... Oh, it's Satan.
Yes. It's Brian Basco.
And 3 dogs? Oh, they're cats.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a
Hey,
great
that's a
idea.
great idea. I'll just come out of here. Jinx!
I owe Brian Basco a Coke, for fuck's sake.
Oh, thank
That's
you very
okay.
much.
If you don't have one, I can just make one by putting some dirty water into a can and shaking it up so it fizzes.
Oh, hello.
There sure are a lot of prostitutes in this town.
What will you do if I caught her?
Sometimes in life,
Oh,
you
she
just
just got
gotta
off work.
say...
She's waiting to get picked up.
Oh. Well, sometimes in life, you just gotta say,
no.
what the heck?
No, come back!
Oh, I guess she got picked up.
Oh, we crashed her.
That's
Nah.
a great idea. Let's crush the... Wait.
Does that say bitches?
This is a pannable
Sports Shop?
screen! Hang on.
It looks like it says bitchy. Oh, it's Richie's.
It's Richie's,
It looks like it
but-
says bitches sports
It's
shop.
Bitches Spot. Yeah, it's the Bitches Sport Shop.
My favorite.
Let's go west. Life is peaceful there. Okay, so that's where we came from.
Do you have any open
Oh, hello,
air?
Francisco. Nice to see you.
What? Oh, damn.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is the haunted place of the hunter.
Oh.
Yes.
So, do you reckon our plan is to kill everyone that we come across? Just...
Oh, yes.
Why wouldn't you?
That's
They're
true.
all dumb.
Okay, now we went down that way this time. There is no other path, so we have to go down this way again. What? See, this is weird because you'd think that would be like, this is where we came from, but no. That just takes us back. So it's you go to stand in a specific place and look a certain way when you arrive places.
Oh, I've an tourists to eat.
Oh. Okay, we're not going back down that way again. Who cares about blood squirrels when I could eat a mime? I mean, she looks like she's juggling, but there's no balls involved.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's the same
Juggling
woman
mom.
that got picked up. She's wearing the same leggings and outfit. She was a mime. Don't eat a mime, they taste funny.
I think we need to stop her, though.
That, and you got to get them out of the invisible boxes.
Hate it when they put too much tape on the invisible box. Who are they trying to keep out of these things?
I'll be back in a sec.
She didn't even scream. Poor mime.
Take it.
Isn't anybody going to notice all of these dead bodies lying around?
Maybe. That's what I figured we'd see. So I've saved just before we killed anyone.
Good plan.
Shit!
What? She's alive?
How?
She's a magic mime?
Real magic?
I guess mimes are free. I'm still hungry. She has nothing on her. Nothing at all. Okay. Bye, lady. Oh. She didn't give me any blood. I didn't get any blood out of the mime.
You know why that is? I think you do have... I think it filled your bar right to the top, but it's invisible blood.
Ah.
Yeah.
David Williams?
The Museum of Gothos. The museum is closed right now, except for the medieval exhibition right down the hall.
Oh, thanks.
Wow, his hand phased in from...
Wait.
Oh. I thought that was the Carol Reed theme for a second. Also, this is not a medieval exhibition.
No, it really isn't.
And why is this the only exhibition that keep open after midnight?
That's what I was wondering.
There's vampires about, you know.
Oh, this game.
Hi.
We just received this new acquisition from Eastern Europe. Are you interested in mythology?
No, I'm interested in your short skirts. They seem to be the same.
Once ruled the earth.
It is quite something, isn't it? Each artifact is accompanied by a fantastic tale. But I must admit, I do find most of them quite amusing.
I bet you do.
We all seek the truth, however far-fetched it may seem.
What is this for?
This tapestry tells of a spirit that is dead, but lives amongst us and feeds off of the living.
Sweet. Perfect time to do this.
In all seriousness, do consequences ever come to us?
I don't think so.
Doesn't seem so. But she filled up my blood meter unlike
But
the
this is-
mime.
This is what happens when you leave a medieval exhibit open after fucking midnight.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the fourth one this week.
Why does this keep happening? Is that dude here? Yes.
It's these vampires that definitely don't exist.
Ah!
Oh, no.
Consequences!
Consequences came.
Oh, wait,
No,
Except you're
because
still alive.
Yes,
Okay.
but it took down our health.
Oh.
I need someone to eat. Yeah, that's
The
just where it
connections
came
of the
from.
consequences were a little
Am I allowed back in there? I won't eat you.
vague. No, she's gonna shoot us again.
Museum of Gothos. The museum
No, he forgot.
except for the medieval exhibition right down the hall.
Thank you.
He just lets us back in again. Okay. Yeah, I'll shoot you again tomorrow.
Is she I'm just curious if she's gonna be back. No. We tried. He shot us. Oh, only one way out.
Where did you get this game, anyway?
Off the internet.
It's from 1997.
The horrors.
The
You'd
year
think
was
a game
1997.
from 1997 would be a bit more sophisticated, but clearly not.
What? I didn't click on you. Yeah. Oh, I think she was telling me to go to the theater. Look.
Yeah, and when she does, the lamp gets taller. That's quite an act.
But Mime, you confuse me.
Went to the theater, ate a potato.
Unless you're trying to tell me I can fly up or something. No, I have east or talk to her. In which she does this. Cool. So there's south from here and west. And if I go south, that takes us back to the museum. No, I'm leaving you. Okay, we have west, east, and south. Let's try south from here. Oh!
Oh, God. Fight him!
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yes, good. Serves you right.
He didn't even leave a body.
We ate him.
Okay. We ate him, we ate his guitar, and we ate his amp.
Oh no!
Yep. No stairway.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were over there. Is there anything along
Stairway denied.
here I can do? Menswear. No. This direction is gonna keep getting me. South, north, east, west. Let's try south from here. Oh, it's an alleyway. How lovely. Ooh, marquee.
Marquee.
Hi.
Can you bite her through the glass?
Night of the Walking Dead, that's 1 credit.
Credit? Since when was this a cyberpunk game?
I can't use that here.
I can't? Alright, let's just...
You can butter through the glass.
You stepped on my face.
Yeah. You stepped all over the place.
You bit on my neck. You bit all over the place.
Wow.
Are we watching bad FMV inside bad FMV?
Yes.
Oh god, it's FMVception. Shouldn't they open the curtains before showing the movie?
I mean,
she was coming home from choir practice, but she never got there. Stout approached with the knife.
Oh! Wow. Was that the whole video?
Stealth took her purse and ran away.
Apparently that was the whole...
He was dead. Unless...
Hi there. Do you like scary movies too?
Oh.
That wasn't a scary movie.
Hello there.
More gore.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Oh, this is really scary. May I hold your hand?
There's no scream filter for voice mod, which surprises me.
That's true.
That would be comforting.
That would be comforting.
Ooh, your hands are so cold. Here.
Oh! We'll do the charm in a minute. After we get somewhere with this lovely lady.
It's no use. They'll never warm up.
Hey, watch it. I'm not that kind of girl.
Didn't mean to upset you.
You're kind of cute in a creepy way. I have to go to work now. If you stop at the cabaret, ask for candy floss.
You get to live. You get to live.
Yes. Oh, we get to watch the movie again.
I think we'll pop out of with them. Yeah, okay. Let me get the book up.
Yeah, it's one of the theaters that shows 2-minute movies on a loop. You know the kind.
What went through your mind when you realized you had finally arrived? Obviously, I'm getting a bit more of the Larry voice back in. Obviously, I was shocked and depressed. I had expected a beautiful country and a land of cool woods and blue lakes. Instead, I was overwhelmed by the devastation and destruction around me. My dad was not a good king. I mean, what? Cracks had been torn from the earth. Boulders were strewn all around as if quakes had pulled them down from the mountain. A large black cave at the mountain's base with what appeared to be the remnants of a door hinge still hanging from the raw rock. I could see stone stairs leading up to the rock's interior, and I wondered where they led. To the west, the country looked as if it had once been beautiful. Now, the landscape was dotted with blasted trees and charred vegetation. A well stood amid this sad scene filled with rocks. I followed the stone wall north, passing through more scenes of what now I assumed to be the signs of a dragon's wrath. Topping a short rise, my heart soared when I saw the spires of a grand castle in the distance. I knew this must be the home of my true parents, and I moved towards it as fast as I could. Think.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Ooh.
Oh.
It's episode 1 of the 7th Guest series.
Oh yeah.
Mine's
That
episode
one's
2.
great.
Yeah.
Never comes.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It had boobs in it.
Yeah. And the whole sing-song part,
God.
that was very scary.
I don't remember that. I must have blacked out.
You stepped on my
That happens sometimes when I watch shit.
You stepped on my face.
Oh, you don't remember the wait, you remember the boobs but not the woman singing they were attached to?
I can remember certain things, but not all things.
Do you remember the breasts of the churchgoers on the walls?
I'll never forget the breasts of the churchgoers. Oh boy, it's Merlin's a cult shop. I hope Merlin's a parrot.
What?
In fact, I hope... Oh God. Oh Jesus Christ.
Do you think he has to wear that
This
every
guy
day?
needs to die. No, he doesn't have to wear that. He chooses to wear that.
Forget the spell. You're going to hell.
You know, I had a feeling.
Yeah.
I had a feeling he was going to be prepared against vampires.
I was gonna say, I figured this guy can defend himself.
Oh no, we died.
Oh no!
Oh, we're back at the tourists.
Yeah. I haven't been saving for a while. Just because I figured if we didn't want to kill people.
Where are we?
All right, there.
Wine. No wonder they call you Wanda.
You never take me anywhere. You're always talking to strangers. You never have time for me. You're always gone
Oh
all
my
the time.
God.
I want to see if he actually does leave her.
Hey, great, thanks. There she goes. Hey.
You married her, mate.
Wanna go for a beer? Buy you a beer? Bye.
I wish I'd bitten him instead. I will take her pamphlet from her again. Because that's what I killed her for, the pamphlet. Hang on, let's go. Not even like introduce myself, just hi. Did you have anything? No. I cannot take your hat. Okay. Oh no, CD True is over that way.
I think I may have just found one of the stupidest voices on Voice Mod.
Oh yeah?
It's
No
called
way.
Romantic Ooh La La. Are you ready?
Yes,
Oh,
I
no,
know the one
I'm
you're
not
talking
ready.
about.
You know it.
It's great.
Oh yeah, baby. Get over here. Let me bite you real slow. On the neck. Ooh. Yummy, yummy. There's also romantic Paris. Oh.
Oh,
Oui,
yeah.
oui.
Harry.
Ah, oui, oui. Give me that blood. It is very nice. Is it not? Oui, oui, oui.
It is
Oh,
taken.
it's Le Doggy.
Oh,
Le Doggy. Oh.
ladies.
Oh, look, it's the craft.
Can we help you with something?
Who do you reckon it's gonna bite?
I think they're gonna beat you up.
Let's find out.
Oh.
Right in the middle?
Okay.
Yeah,
I love
San
how
Francisco.
everyone loses exactly one shoe. Oh, it's a credit.
Oh boy.
The one shoe killer strikes again.
Shoey Shoemeisters on the loose.
Shoey Shoemeisters on the loose in old Paris. One man, one shoe.
Well, children, I'm afraid. I'm afraid the hour grows late and Grandma must depart.
He's alive again.
We'll miss you, Grandpa. Grandma. Oh God, I did it again.
Oh God.
Every time Grandma transcends all gender norms.
See you tomorrow, Grandma.
Bye, Grindy
Goodbye,
Grandma.
Goodbye, happy Halloween.
Thank you for giving us this Halloween, Grandma. Thank you.
We are doomed. Doomed. God left us to the fate that is upon us. Hear the tale now, child. So thou wilt know why thee will perish.
Does the dog bring you back to life?
Tell me more, demented one.
Oh.
Thank the gods, child. You heed my words.
You heed my words.
For all think Jonas mad. Nothing more than a fool. But as I know, in my father, and his father before he, the prophecy. Do you believe?
Prophecies do have a way of becoming truths.
Then come take this book of ages dark, so you will know the truth of what was and what is yet to be.
I have.
I have no need for it.
Oh, thanks. A second copy. I can give it to a friend.
Before this night ends.
Okay. I've already read it though, Jonas, when I killed you last time. What? Yeah, you died. You died, son. I'm just gonna change vampires while we're here. Let's go with her. Oh, no more talking to him. You need to feed. I love that he's just like, yep, this is fun. I'll see you again soon, motherfucker. Oh, Jonas isn't wearing any shoes. Let's go back to the north. Let's go past him. Oh, here she is again.
Hey guys, wait up.
Yar!
Guys, wait up.
Oh, well,
She just gets away.
Yeah. How dare she? Let's see, he went over that way. That's Melon. Oh, CD3.
CD3. Ooh.
We'll have a little bit more of a wonder, and then I'm going to pull out the walkthrough, and so we can actually get some plot progression, not just.
This game seems to be a bit undriven.
Yeah, I think it's more of a you get to explore, which is great, but we do want some story. Okay, so there's an entrance to the north. There's something to the east.
Because current motivation is me hungry, people tasty.
People very tasty. Let's try to the south first. Ooh, hello.
Oh, hello again.
No, this is a different someone.
Ah.
Interesting evening, isn't it?
Oh, I think you're another vampire.
It just got more interesting.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, because things are about to become a lot more interesting before the night's out.
Oh, nice.
What the hell is going on here in Loonsville?
You are a confident one, aren't you? As long as that doesn't turn into arrogance, you may survive the final conflict.
Final conflict?
Last one standing gets to keep all the toys.
It is dangerous to have this conversation in the open. Meet me at the Strand Hotel, room 13.
No.
Oh, we actually got some plot.
I'm amazed. Oh, so that was from... hang on. Go back south. One of these was a south exit. It was over here.
Figured I'd redeem a save.
Oh.
Game?
Game?
You right?
Oh, maybe it doesn't do it from these zoomy zooms. So let me move into a non-panning room.
I mean, that was some 90s technology, man. Pan around the room.
No pan if save. Okay, so that was from the north. Let's head south. Ooh, a psychic cafe. You knew I was coming in?
Oh, a customer. So, what can I do for you today? Cappuccino, perhaps? Or maybe you'd like to have your fortune told? We got a great special today. For every purchase that you do, you get a free psychic energy reading. You interested?
Yeah, no. Do I have any money actually? I have exactly a credit.
I can't use that here.
What's my...
Knock yourself out.
Good call. So that will be one tall, non-fat decaf cappuccino, right? Okay, that'll be one credit.
Oh, I do have a credit.
Alright, you gotta order it first.
Okay, so you're the tall, non-fat decaf cappuccino, right? And I know you're just doing this for the complimentary psychic energy reading. It's gonna be great. I know you'll love it. So why don't we go over to my table and we can proceed.
Sweet.
Okay, so here's how it works, all right? Now you just go and put an object right over here, all right? Just put that in my hand, and I'm gonna read the cosmic energies that are just emitting off of this thing, all right? And I'll tell you all about it.
The cosmic energies.
Right here.
Yeah, alright.
Oh yeah, that's a good Boston accent.
She seems very legit. She seems very legit, like psychic-wise. Like,
I didn't have anything.
Oh, just teleports it back behind the bar. Okay.
Magic. Oh.
Be right back.
What do we do?
Game?
We broke the game.
I think that's because we were at the table at the time. Oh,
You maybe not supposed to barter there, yes.
Oh, she's dead now. That's fine. Northwest, north. Which is the one? Okay, so...
Yeah, hook her up with Jonas.
Yeah.
Kill her back on her feet.
Oh, hi.
Random backpacker.
What are you looking at?
Oh, apparently nothing. Can I go back to where I was? Oh, good, she's still here. Oh!
She's armed. She said they use conventional weapons if we only get wounded. Merlin came at us with the real stuff.
With the stay, yeah.
Yeah.
What? What am I looking at? Is that a butt?
What?
I guess no one's at the cafe at the moment. I need someone I can eat. Feed me. Oh, antiques. No, Miss Antique Man. Oh, he walks like a serial
May
killer.
I help you?
You're gonna end me, aren't you?
Indeed you may.
What?
Perhaps there's something in particular you're looking for.
Yes.
Maybe you have some information on the subject you could show me.
You got anything on this?
That face.
Ooh. I will take that card. Staff only. I'm staff now. Oh! An Apple computer.
Interesting bit of product placement.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this game was made for Apple.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I believe it's made for both.
Yeah, the Moby Game said it was on both. And of course, it uses QuickTime.
Mm-hmm. And Macromedia director.
Mm. And again, special extra recurring thank you to Kigarami for getting QuickTime working in our emulator. That was a pain in the ass.
Yes, I mean, so I had to install a different version of QuickTime for this one, but in general, yes.
Yeah.
This uses the more modern QuickTime. Ooh. Package from France to be handed over to the bearer of this document. Ooh. Nasty. No, he's not going to need it. He's dead now. Oh, look, he's still here.
I mean, is it possible we actually... Oh.
You got anything
We
else?
actually ate somebody we were supposed to?
Possibly. I'm going to save. That was good. Actually, I'm going to go back to my original vampire lady. Unless... Yeah, let's go this dude for a while. He looks too healthy. Okay, so that's where the black cat is.
I mean, we're a polymorph vampire. I don't think anybody's going to catch us.
That's true. How are they going to know? How are they going to know, Pickle Dog? How are they going to know? Is she back?
Oh, this is her life now. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Death.
Back to the north. Back to the north. There's another entrance I haven't done this way, so I did north that time. Let's go east. Oh, drink! Thank you, Didi. You gave me the nectar from the gods. Okay, we can keep going to the east or to the south. Let's go to the east. Where is it? There we go. Oh, CD2. Okay, so this is Merlin's shop. Let me get up a walkthrough. So, Gothos walkthrough. Oh, Gothos walkthrough by Crash! It sounds radical.
It's from the 90s. Everything is radical.
Yeah, author's note. I've written this hint by using the question and answer mode. Because many people think this is flexible. It won't spoil your game entirely. Just look for the part that you're stuck at. Oh, it's a map! It's a map!
Yay, map!
Okay, so they have listed what the different emotions are. There's angry, there's apathy, there's normal, there's kind, and there's friendly. I've mostly been using the friendly one. Oh, wow, yes, that's what I wanted. I wanted a good map. Maps are great. They tell me where I'm going. Alright, let's see if I can find another walkthrough just so I can avoid the questions and answers. Just to go straight through. Tell me what to do. Oh, GameFAQs has nothing. Excellent. Gothos is an F&V adventure game on the PC. You can make a guide. No! Okay, looks like we're using Crash's walkthrough. Ah, okay, so yeah, so I know that when we were looking for the scrolls, I didn't know that they'd been broken up into 4 and we had to find them. Huzzah. Okay, first scroll to get is from Dr. Byron. Who has the scroll? Ask your vampire ally. At 13. Was that where I was? About the scroll and choose the appropriate attitude until he told you to find Dr. Byron. Okay. How about from Sebastian? Oh, here we go. The antique broker. Read the email about Bain International. Get the receipt. Talk to the manager of the broker. Where's the broker?
Where did we see Brooker? Or did we?
Show him the scroll. Third scroll. Ah, yes, okay, so we can go after the third scroll, which is the that lady that was like, come and see me. Okay, the Strand Hotel. Where is that on my map? Hotel. 18. Okay, I'm at Merlin's shop. Is this on my list? It has to be. There it is, 29. Okay, so we need to go to the east. East. Connecting point east. This is number 28, which is the Marquee Cinema, and then we need to go north. Where's my north point? North. Now this is 22, I believe. Oh no, this is the connecting piece. They call this one a freaky man. He was indeed a freaky man. Okay, go to the north again. And to the north again. And then I should go to the east. From here. Yes, the hotel.
Ah, the hotel. That's got a trick.
Okay, if that's 14, this would be 13. Oh, this is 13? Oh, here she is.
There we go.
Oh, she's just staring at me.
You've arrived. Good. Let us continue our previous discussion.
She likes you to be kindly or friendly with her.
Let's pick up where we left off, shall we?
The portrait!
Good. Now listen. Our kind have been arriving in troves to Gothos. There is a prophecy from the beginning of the first flood that is close to being fulfilled. None but the Brethren themselves know its true nature. Some of the covens are trying to stop it. Others are trying to do everything in their power to carry it out. I, for one, am trying to prevent the latter from happening. Will you join our side?
Yes.
How can I resist?
I was hoping you would join us. Since you are unfamiliar in Gothos, the other vampires will not act towards you until they can figure out your motives. You must use your anonymity to our advantage. I need you to see one of my coven in the catacombs by the river.
Okay.
He has something of great value and is in danger. Go to him. I can risk to see you no more.
Okay, it was nice seeing you. Oh yeah, I know where we're going. Anonymity.
Anonymity.
Yeah, so we need to go to the west.
Because,
Going to the west,
we
if
say,
we can not go to
it's
the west.
peaceful there.
Mm. Okay. So we cannot go to the west no more. And then we go south. Wait.
Did we just like leave the city?
Yes.
Oh, right, because we can fly.
Yeah. So where am I? This is where the hooker is. So this is 3. Okay, so it's just north of here. Huzzah!
Oh, right, we're heading over here.
Apparently
Into the catacombs. I remember now.
We will find someone here now. Go straight ahead to the back cave. Hello? Oh, hello.
Somebody didn't clean up after their food. Oh no, he's still alive.
Hold. Are you friend of the deceiver?
Now we can be angry or apathetic.
If I had friends like him, I would need enemies. Then, are you his foe?
No.
Prepare to kiss your sorry ass goodbye. Then you've come to finish.
And I'm back. What did I miss?
I apparently got the question wrong here.
Get on with it.
No, I don't want to hurt you. I'm gonna try this again.
It looks like
Oh, eat that rat. We could use some sustenance. Uh-oh, puzzle.
I didn't want to hurt him. Let's see if he's back.
Oh, yeah. You missed us trying to advance the plot along. Damn it, he's gone. We did.
He looks like Adam Driver.
When was the last time
Oh
I
yes,
saved?
that's who you reminded me of.
Actually, I could pick any of these games. Let's go with no pain if save. No, actually, let's go right before we killed
It's the,
anyone.
Right there, right there by that X there.
Hang on, okay. Tourist in the Park, 14.
That's an X there, right there. No, it's not. Yes, we just come down this street here, right there now.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
But yes, did Dave, you saw the and we crashed the sound card.
Yay!
Oh boy. Oh boy.
We need to get something to make a noise. Talk to somebody.
Oh, I haven't met her yet, have I?
I don't think we've spoken to her yet.
Dang it.
We need to find her in the alley first, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Where was that alley anyway?
So yeah, actually, let's load back to when we're, I think no pain if save was the closest. Even if it means...
Shucks, we're all the way on disc 3, though.
That's alright. We'll work our way out. Okay, so that was... 33. Vampirella, apparently they're calling her.
Mm. Okay. But yeah, the lady in the...
Tramp? Lady in the tramp?
No, I was distracted by the flippin' motorcycle blasting past. The lady in the alley, we need to go to the hotel and meet her.
We'll get to see her again. How will I see you again? Back to CD2 again. Okay, so we still need to go to the east. To the east again. And then to the north. North. North again. North again. To CD1.
CD-ROMs full of seedy neighborhoods.
I know, right?
I just got that. It took me a minute.
Okay, here she is. Heya.
You've arrived. Good. Let us continue our previous discussion.
Let's go with a kind response this time, instead of,
Talking is good.
I like talking.
Good. Now listen. Our kind have been arriving in droves to Gothos. There is a prophecy from the beginning of the first blood that is close to being fulfilled. None but the brethren themselves know its true nature. Some of the covens are trying to stop it. Others are trying to do everything in their power to carry it out. I, for one, am trying to prevent the latter from happening.
You're trying to stop it, that's great.
Join our side.
Yes.
How can I resist?
I was hoping you would join us. Since you are unfamiliar in Gothos, the other vampires will not act towards you.
They won't know what to do with
they can
me.
figure out your motives. You must use your anonymity to our advantage. I need you to see one of my coven in the catacombs by the river.
Okay.
He has something of great value and is in danger. Go to him. I can risk to see you no more.
But I like you. Let's just stick with her. You're my lady now. You're my lady. You're my lady. Okay. So. We're going west until we can't go west no more. I really need a tinkle.
Butterfly. Sugar. Yes.
Go this way. Here we go.
It's bad enough for the other crap in this town. The fountains are full of vampire pee.
Oh no.
Ooh. Imagine the smell of that.
Good thing we have vampiric nostrils. I'm gonna come back to this at some point and just be like, what the fuck?
Yes. It's like yum tasty vampiric nostrils. Adam Driver.
Adam Driver's dad.
Uncle? Oh, yes.
Oh,
Oh.
are you friend of the deceiver?
He does sound a bit Kylo Ren though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
The thought of it brings up bile to my throat.
Dan, are
Ooh,
you his
thank
hi,
you,
Dan.
Dan.
foe?
Thank you for the
Hey,
biddies.
Dan with the biddies.
200 biddies. We need to go with the kind reaction.
I am
I
your
think that one.
friend.
I was crossed by the ones I trusted. They laid ambush on me as I was returning from my task. I have something of great importance to help the fight against the deceiver.
Alright.
Will you help me?
Sure.
I am your servant.
Ooh.
Take this.
We got a scroll.
Keep it from the deceiver and his minions. But trust no.
Oh.
Oh, now he croaks.
Oh. That's a nice little wait, is that coming out of me? Oh,
Yeah,
sweet,
I
I can have his clothes as well.
I mean, they were trying to do the spray and fog to make the person disappear thing, but okay, that looks hard to read.
Yeah.
But they forgot you're supposed to Photoshop out the part where it's spraying in.
Yeah. That was scroll. That was the third scroll. Alright. Oh my god, we do get to meet Gareth. But we have to, I think we have to have everything first. Da, 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 da. Go to the park at 30. I think we've been there. Oh. Ask your vampire ally at 13. Choose the appropriate attitude. What is the appropriate attitude? Until he tells you about Dr. Byron and promises to meet you again later. This is important. So I think that means our game is already fucked. Yay!
Oh boy.
We did end ourselves already.
Well, let's just continue on as if. So Zen says, read the email about at the antique book guy's house, Brooker, and then go to his house at 38. Ooh, that is quite a distance away. Okay.
Because you think a game where you can legit turn into a bat would have fast travel?
Yeah.
Oh, 90s.
Okay, from 17 I only need to go south. And then south again. And then south into CD2. CD2, need to keep going south. Ooh!
The Screaming Cathedral!
Look at all the people out the front here.
Yeah, that place looks like that's happening. That's where it's all happening.
I believe that's where we get to meet Gareth, so we won't attempt to go in there. 19, yep. Okay, so we need to go west from here. Into CD3. But that looks like it'd be fun. Oh! Ghost back!
Okay, wasn't expecting that to be that terrifying.
Me neither.
I mean, it is apparently about the Black Plague, so...
That is where the song allegedly comes from.
Okay, so continue.
Oh, Summer's back.
Yeah, Summer is back. Welcome home, Summer. Ooh, thank you, Summer.
Welcome home.
Biggie sub.
Many biggies.
Welcome to my house.
Ooh.
You sound like a band.
It's Trip Cyclone.
Oh, they're burglars, apparently, according to the walkthrough.
Yes, and I foresee that you'll be supplying the punch.
You know, you can't just walk through here without paying the toll.
This guy doesn't fit in with the others.
Yes. He's tall. Well, the guy in the middle was.
Yeah. You reckon? Okay. Yeah.
We can eat him too.
Yeah.
It's a 2-for-1.
Yeah. Oh, except they both clear
And
out.
somebody cleaned it up.
Mm-hmm.
Man, France has the best streaking services.
Alright, hang on. Let me open up Wavelink. No. Wrong system. That is the only problem with using Yara OS is that if you hit the Windows key, it's like, oh, you want to do stuff inside of me? It's like, no, I want the main system. Wavelength? Wavelength!
Windows inside Windows. Come on.
Oh, there it is. Alright, let me pump up the audio of that and that. I mean, it is on the soft side and it doesn't have subtitles to it, unfortunately. Okay, so. Where's my map? Okay, so that was the burglars. We need to go north from there. And then north again. More Apple.
More Apple product placement.
Aha! Hello?
Okay.
Open the yellow door. This is the back door of the Brooklyn 31 and into the shop. Use the laptop and read all the incoming emails, especially the one with Dr. Byron's name. He has the first scroll. Go to his house. So this is his house. Oh, there we go. Talk with a kind attitude. We can do that. Oh, wow!
Who the bloody hell are you? What do you want?
A cure for manic depression.
Ah, you want to talk?
Yes.
I suppose you just flew in through the window.
You'd be disappointed if I hadn't.
So, let us suppose that you are indeed a vampire. It'll take more than your gothic attire and false air of confidence to convince me.
Oh.
So what now? I suppose you'll offer to show me proof of your outrageous claim.
It's all in the teeth, buddy.
Clothes do make the man.
There.
Completing the look.
You really are one of them, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Incredible.
I know.
Fantastic. I don't believe my eyes.
Yes.
I must speak with you.
We are speaking.
Please.
All right.
Remember, it's curiosity that killed the cat.
This is the greatest day of my life.
Is it?
Or perhaps of what's left of it.
Ooh.
May I be so bold as to ask whether you intend to kill me?
No. We are friends.
The thought has crossed my mind several times.
You do look tasty.
Oh, that's a relief.
I didn't say no.
So, how can I help you?
The scrolls.
Oh, good. I think I'd better
100%
sit
DD.
down then. Won't you make yourself comfortable? Too?
I already am comfortable.
You the man.
When did you become what you are? Is it true that your kind is immortal?
Immortality depends on how long mortals live on this earth, does it not?
In most ancient cultures, you are portrayed as evil, harbingers of death. Do you see yourselves as evil?
Miscast through the centuries, I would say.
I don't know how long I've been alive, though.
You're not the merciless demons of the night that legend would have it. You're simply doing what you must to survive. Correct?
Would you like some blood?
Yes, and humanity condemns us for it.
I guess
Yeah, that is a lot of dogs, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, look at him. He's a dog man.
You're here for the scrolls, aren't you?
Yes. I am.
Of course.
The scrolls were discovered during the excavation of a monastery in France, but they were written in hieroglyphics similar to the ancient Egyptian. I've only been able to decipher a small portion.
All right.
One alone a secret does not make.
Huh.
I wish I could tell you more, but I need the missing scrolls to unlock their secrets.
I have one.
Got one right here.
Well, how devilishly convenient.
Your find.
Perhaps we can help each other. If you can retrieve the scrolls and bring them to me, I can finish translating them. Would that be acceptable to you?
Interesting.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
I don't usually take on partners.
I have to leave you. There's a car downstairs come to take me to a dinner honoring a colleague of mine. Take a look around at your leisure.
Ooh.
You may find something here to help you in your search.
I like him.
Yeah.
We won't need his dogs. We'll be good. Okay, hang on.
He's actually well written and well acted, yeah.
Yeah, unlike everyone else so far.
Yes.
The
blueprints.
Lost Monastery. Okay. Scroll notes. Date of origin material. Reference to what? Reference to what? Instead of turn up to what? What language? Egyptian. Okay. I'll take the blueprint. Know about the scroll. Check the bookcase and read the green book next to the yellow one. Ooh, The Key to Greater Knowledge by I.B. Hayden.
I.B. Hayden, my shit.
And persistence is the key.
What a waste of paper this book is, honestly. What a waste of paper.
Okay, enter his living room. This is this one, this way here. Oh wow, that is a thing. Hang on. I didn't even have to look at the walkthrough for that. Thank you. I feel bad that he's now going to be like, come home and be like, what? Okay, let's back out of that. Apparently... Dear Baron Smythe, we've not yet heard a response from you concerning our generous offer to obtain your artifacts. My associates and I feel that the longer you delay in selling us your find, the more dangerous it will be for you. There has been an increase in violent crime as of late, and we fear for your safety. Please do the right thing and let us take the burden before something terrible happens to you and your loved ones. Well, I did eat that guy.
And somebody needs to teach our good friend how to burn a note.
Yes. Okay, so. An email from there, a letter from Bain International Warehouse at 11. Okay. And a bomb at 10. Hold the vital information to gain it. Okay. Read the email about the thing. Open the drawer and take the receipt. Yes. Talk to the manager of the broker. It's a bit difficult now.
Easy, puppy. What you got?
Okay, so warehouse at 11. Okay, that's going to be a long track. Now that... Oh, look. Puppies! Don't mind if I do?
Oh, it's a bottle of pixel wine.
I do love me some pixel wine.
From the Reed Vineyard.
Indeed.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so we need to go to the south from here. And then to the south again. This is where we saw the burglars and ate 2 of them. Okay, then we need to go southwest. Oh, hello! Wow!
Good evening. Do you have an invitation for tonight?
I don't. And I will leave you alone in case that is actually something that needs to happen. East, that's where I need to go.
Did you hear we learned why you can't just eat everyone in this game? Sometimes sometimes they have plot significance.
Yes.
To put a truly cynical take on it, or it could be like those action games where if you eat all the health items too soon, they aren't there when you need them later.
Exactly. So, we need to go to 11, so we can go north. North to CD1. I can see why it has so many CDs, though, considering all the different little conversations you can have.
Yeah, the space clearly went to the, like you say, 4 different characters, each with a choice of 5 lines per conversation. Yeah, it's a decent amount of dialogue in this game.
And then they've all got idle animations as well. Okay, we're going east until we can't go east no more. It's the cops!
Oh, yeah, I was playing International.
Can't go to the cops, mate.
I went to the cops, mate.
You guys haven't been talking to the cops, have you?
I'm afraid I have.
Oh no, you can't talk to the cops.
Robert! Oh my god, this letter has gone to shit. Adios, amigo. By the time you get this note, I will be gone with the scrolls. Please understand, my friend, this is nothing personal, but strictly business. I have been offered a quite handsome sum for the scrolls, a sum I found hard to refuse. Sorry to cut you out, old friend, but there is no honor among thieves. Remember, you taught me that. Ha 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 ha, Sebastian. Oh, no. Okay. Talk to Robert. Did we find a Robert? What, you didn't find
The
a Robert?
perspective on this table legs is messing with my head.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that myself just now.
Hang on, okay. Why didn't we find the Robert? Okay, we didn't see Robert. Instead, we found the letter saying that he'd run away. A drunk bum in the alley may know something if you give him the right bribe. Okay, so we already have the right bribe. Huzzah! Anyway, so we need to go to number 10. Okay, so that's west. West again. West again. We need to go south. East. Oh. Sneaky.
Sneaky.
Where is he?
We can go east.
How can we go east from here? It literally is a dead end according to... Oh, here he is.
Oh, Danny boy. The pipes are calling.
Do you like that? Are you the Irish piggy?
We found Irish piggy.
Jiggy?
Jiggy, perfect.
Jiggy.
Excuse me. You think that you could find it in your heart to help out a fellow Gothonian who's down on his luck?
Sure.
It's not much, but I hope it helps.
Did I give it to him?
Coins would be fine, but I could really use a wee nip of courage or a taste of the grape. And maybe friendly conversation to brighten up a lonely old man's evening.
Let's wrap.
Thank you kindly. Now, if you just hand over the wares, I would return the fare with a tale or two.
Okay, sweet. Just a moment, mate. Let me get that out for you.
Finest Pixel 1.
Wait, did I just put it down? I just put it down.
Ah, that's much better. Now, just give me a moment while I wet my whistle, and then I'll spin you a yarn that'll make the hair stand up on the back of your neck.
Mm. Chug.
Go ahead. Give it your best shot.
I mean, he already is.
Friend, I swear to you, I saw the dark angel himself swoop down from the sky and lay his wrath upon some poor soul late last night down by the old church.
If that homeboy is straying onto my turf, there's gonna be hell to pay.
Last night in the shadows, as I lay behind these crates, I caught a glimpse, clear as day, of a ghost child
Oh.
Wailing like a banshee.
Cool.
I'll keep an ear out for her.
Something evil is afoot, and I have no plans is to stay on the streets tonight, and I advise you to do the same. Thanks for the spirits. Take care, and may God be with you.
Oh, you said something funny, mate. Okay. I don't know why west was the direction, because technically that should have been north, but oh well. Okay. Need to go north from here. Here's the cathedral. How do I get into it? Cathedral. I would like to
north
get to,
versus... I guess you go north to it.
I guess I'll go north. There we go. Said go to the altar. Hello?
Oh God, please, Lord, forgive me. I had no idea what I was doing. I just wanted to make some money and help my family back home. My little sister, she's so little, you know what I'm saying? I just want to get out of this stupid country. I have no idea what I was doing. Oh, Lord, please forgive. I am a sinner. I know I am a sinner. Please, just save me from what is going on. Oh, God.
I'm curious how long this goes. Oh, that was it. That was still pretty long.
Yeah.
Please don't kill me. Oh. Take this. I want nothing more to do with it. Just take this out of my life.
Just gives it to you?
These evil spirits, they keep attacking. Oh, Lord, please forgive me. Take this, please.
Okay. Thanks, mate. and then he vanishes into nothing. We have 3. Okay, so we have 2 more scrolls to get, and then we're gonna... oh, there's the puzzle downstairs, and there's meeting Gareth. Do we want to push through, or do we want to bring this back to another time?
Yeah, we've been at this 2 hours. It's... And we may be at the halfway point? What do you think?
Yeah, I think we're at the halfway point. I'm quite intrigued enough to continue. What about you, Dave? Are you feeling... not today, I mean, but...
Oh, yeah. That's definitely wrapped us up.
Yeah. But, you know me, I love me a shitty FMV game. I'm so keen to come back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, we'll read from the term one last time.
Ooh.
And then we'll end the stream. That will account for the fact that I started late. Sorry, everyone. I had the alarm to go off at 8:30, and I did, but like I was just like, I'll just close my eyes for a moment, and then I opened them again, and it was like 3 minutes to 9 o'clock, and I went, oh God. All right. At once, I came across a rundown old shack, the first sight and sound of life I had encountered since coming down the mountain. On the shack's collapsing porch sat an incredibly ancient little man. Wizened, I think is the proper word to describe him. Like the ragged pit of a fruit set to dry too long in the sun. He was rocking away on a chair which must have been as old as he was, and was tooting a happy melody on a tin whistle. As I approached closer, I was surprised to find a merry twinkle lightning eyes that still shone with both light and intelligence. It's about time you got here, Prince Alexander. Welcome home. Oh God, there's more Tory. Okay. At that moment, the universe froze for me. I'd finally learned who I really was. I would have wept with relief and exhaustion, but the gnome would not let me. Staring at me with a gaze that demanded respect and attention, he went on to tell of a great dragon who was responsible for the devastation I had encountered. The 3-headed beast had demanded a sacrifice of a maiden, and my own twin sister Rosella had been offered as the king's ransom. Like I said, my dad is not a very good king. Even as he spoke, she was in the clutches of this fire-breathing monster, and her time was running out. She would be sentenced by sunset, and I would be the only heir. As I listened to all the little man had to say, the king and queen, my parents, were so overcome in grief and responsibility for their actions that they had locked themselves away in the castle. Yeah, no, they seem pretty chill when you go and see them. All were turned away from there. Only I, he told me, could save Rosella and Daventry. And if I didn't get up the stairs in the mountain to her soon, there would be no princess to rescue at all. Like vengeance itself, I flew to the cave with the stairs. I wasn't sure how I would set Rosella free and kill the dragon, but I hoped I would think of something. Up those rock and pebble-strewn stairs, I raced to their very top. There was a large opening that gave way to an expanse entirely surrounded by clouds, strangely hot and moist at the same time. This place, too, had been scorched, and charred trunks of trees reaching to the skies were like the arms of the dead begging salvation. The clouds were so pervasive that I cautioned myself to pay attention to where firm ground ended and clouds began. As I hear the sounds of a large body moving, not far from me to the west. As I crept there, I could see a massive beast, smoke drifting out of its 6 nostrils, circling the girl who was bound to a stake. A corrosive fluid dripped from its maw and sizzled the earth where it splashed. Its scales... Oh, sorry, Poppy. I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm sorry, Poppy. Oh, I'm so sorry, Puppy. A corrosive fluid.
For Puppy.
Yes, dripped from its maw. Yes, we went over that. Great gobs of the earth were ripped out. Rosella was struggling to free herself. I could see her muscles straining against the ropes, the veins and tendons of her neck quite visible from the effort. She was screaming in terror, as if anyone faced with sure knowledge of being scorched to death at any moment by a reptile the size of a large house. I realized I couldn't get closer to the dragon at all, because its 3 heads allowed the monster to see in all directions at once. Invisibility was the only answer, and I possessed the means to disappear from sight. Rubbing the invisible ointment on my body, I saw my arm fade from sight, intending a major diversion. I then took out a jar containing the storm brew. Pardon me. If the spell also worked, I should have enough time to rescue Rosella, and the rain would douse the dragon's flames. I was half right. Invisibly, I crept up to the beast's tail. I wanted to be very close when I performed the storm, so the monster would get the full brunt of the deluge. Stirring the storm brew with my finger, I recited the words to the sky and awaited for the rainstorm. You will need to redeem another credit if you want me to continue, because we are really close. Hang on, wait. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 paragraphs from the end. Oh, wait, is there more after that? No, that 3 paragraphs until the end.
Until then, oh no, we got 1, 2.
Oh, 2,
3. Yeah, okay. There we go.
Triple gong.
You're gonna have to do 6 gongs at the end of this, by the way, children. The spell calls a lightning and thunderstorm. The rain is secondary. The sky blackened to night at once. Crack, crash, bam, blam, and a lot of other explosive noises tore through the heavens. The lightning was harrowing in its ferocity. Deadly, too, for the bolts shot straight at the green monster as if it were mating with it. Moments later it was dead, thundering to the ground as its bulk collapsed. The rain washed over me, and with it the knowledge I had saved Rosella, and presumably all of Daventry. Wasting no time, I walked around the sizzling bulk, making sure to avoid the unsure footing of the clouds, and untied my now sobbing sister. "Who are you?" she muttered. "I'm Prince Alexander, your twin brother," I announced. She looked at me as if she didn't quite believe me, something I surely could understand. but she kept staring at me, trying to see her own face reflected in mine. Oh, this is not how it happens in the game, but okay. I'll explain it to you later, I told her. Let's get back to the castle. And with that, I gave Rosella a great hug of happiness and a kiss of vast affection on the forehead. Unlike the game, where she says, "Oh, show me your ass," and I drop my trousers, and she goes, "Oh yes, you do have a love heart-shaped birthmark. Mother used to tell me about it." And then I put my trousers up, and I looked at her skin and her boobs, and then I got a boner, and then we walked, and then I fell in love with her. And thank you very much for the jaw hop. Yes, it's so good to be home, I sobbed. It's so good to be home. I think that's when Rosella believed me. And your first meeting with the King Graham and Valanies, other than fear and hate, emotions had been entirely absent from my life. I had been living in a void, ignorant of love, joy, and triumph. That day I experienced those emotions fully and for the first time. With joyous shouts we were met by the old gnome as we made our way to Castle Daventry. Gleefully he ran ahead of us to announce our return to my parents. Around us, that's also not how it happens in the game. He just shows up and they're like, "Oh, cool." With joyous shouts, we were met, blah, 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 blah. Around us, the aura of doom and oppression seemed washed away, as if by some great cleansing storm. Like the cleansing storm I used to defeat the dragon. Ha 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 ha! Oh, yes. Banners waved as I entered the castle for the first time. I stared in awe at the grandeur of its interiors. The throne room, however, faded in front of my eyes when I saw my parents for the first time. My father stood tall and proud, every inch the way I had imagined kings. My mother seemed the most beautiful woman ever to have lived. Tears were in their eyes, and mine too, as we just looked at each other for a few moments. The first words came from Mother, and they seemed almost funny in retrospect. Note well, they were not at the time. "Alexander, where have you been all these years?" "Rosella, you're safe." And with those words, we all broke down in tears, embracing each other until we were exhausted from emotions. Merlin's mirror, which had been dull since the night I'd kidnapped, shone again, ready to foretell the future. Miracle upon miracle seemed to descend upon us. Joy and happiness reigned unbound. At last, my father took an old hat with a bright red feather from a peg by the throne and announced that with his family together again, his adventuring days were over. I mean, they were over a while ago, but, these things do happen. In ecstasy, he tossed the hat to Rosella and to myself. For a brief, shining, wondrous moment, the hat floated in the air, slowly soaring to our outstretched hands. It was the happiest moment of my life. It should have lasted longer than it did. And that was the end of King's Quest 3.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so we've read 4 and we've read 3 now. We have all the way up to 7. So we have 1, 2, 5, 6, and 7. Do we want to pick which story we go to next?
Definitely 7. Because
Definitely
it mentions
7?
that. Yeah, I think.
Yes, I will. I have to get the other two. The main one. So the main book I have, which is the 3rd edition, has 1 to 6 in it, and then I have a separate book that just has 7 in it. So I will get the 7th book out and put it with this one. And then, of course, once we have finished all of these King's Quest stories, I also have the Peter Spears Leisure Suit Larry book.
Yes.
And that one is even weirder. It's even weirder. Oh, actually, I'm going to read you out a bonus. It's a section that it's a section of what's it called? we've got basically they put the spells in here as well. Oh wow, they also have. They actually have. Oh god. Oh god. There's actually more about the Banner of Bruce in here. So they've got a section about graveyard, so that's what I'm going to read about the Banner of Bruce. But they actually have what looks like all of the tombstones in the games in one chapter called Grave Matters.
Oh.
He done died. I need to find the spell book. So yeah, they have all the spells in here, although interestingly enough, misspelt. Here it is. But one of these, yes, here we go. One of these spells, Brewing a Storm, has a whole page that has nothing to do with the, actually, they all have, like, an extra page. Wow, they all have extra pages about, like, notes on the spells. And some of them are stories, some of them are just like, this is how we believe this works. But I'm going to read you the one for Brewing a Storm, because this is the one that makes Darth the angriest.
Best place to start.
Yes.
Best place to start, honestly.
So this is directly out of Peter Spear's deranged mind, because nobody asked for this. Nobody asked for this paragraph that I'm about to read, and that's going to end out Halloween.
I'm so like I'm just teeming with excitement right now.
Note: it is not known who was the first to devise this particular bit of magical pyrotechnic, but it was obviously someone with a distinct flair for the dramatic. It is significant that the god Thor, the god of thunder, is implored in the concoctions of this potion. The inhabitants of the small hamlet of Bruce in southeastern Ludor have an oral tradition that Thor once visited there and cast a spell much like the one described. At the time, Bruce was being threatened by some kind of monster. The legend is not specific as to what kind. And when Thor was unable to defeat it in hand-to-claw combat, the god of thunder invoked certain powers, turned day to night, and roared for rain and wind, and cast a lightning bolt that fried his adversary. The people of Bruce were quite grateful and gave praise to Thor and begged to erect a temple in his honor. The god said he had no need for another place of worship and that a simple flag marking the site of the battle would be praise enough. Thus was born what became known out throughout the lands as the Banner of Bruce, or to some, the Bruce Banner. The banner flew for scores of years until another hulking monster. The only thing we know about this particular one is that it is green, pillaged the village. So suddenly was the rampage and the destruction that there was no time to call for divine intervention. Bruce was destroyed, and the banner to Thor ripped beyond repair. Still, the villagers blamed Thor for not coming, and when the town was rebuilt, it was without the Banner of Bruce. Oh my god. Peter,
wow.
Peter, why?
Wow.
Peter, why?
Peter.
I'll have what he's having.
Oh. I now need to go and read all these other notes for the other spell. Like, I think, like, you know, they're probably interesting, but I'm wondering if any of them have such a... Oh, God, there's something about the story of Bob Jack here. I mean, I don't know of a pun of someone called Bob Jack, but just even the fact that it's called the Ballad of Bob Jack. It's like, kind of like, okay... Peter, why? Peter! So, with that extremely bad Hulk joke, I think we're going to end out Halloween for this year. We will be back with Gothos. And we're going to hear my voice because I've just opened up the stream just to see who else is streaming at the moment. So that we can decide who we're gonna raid.
So I see Scum and Villainy.
Hello, Gabby. Yeah, so Scum and Villainy streaming. So is Human Interact. I think we'll actually go with Scum and Villainy because it looks like they're playing like an adventure game. Human Interact is playing Jackbox games. So if you're more interested in playing Jackbox games, I would recommend popping over to Human Interact. That's all one word. But we're gonna raid Scum and Villainy. Doesn't that sound fun, Gabriel?
Sure does.
/raid. Scum. Oh yes, and our Dave will hopefully, I'm assuming that your PC is not going to decide to kick it over the day, but you're playing Blackstone Chronicles, I believe.
That's right.
Yes, I will join you, I believe.
Hell yes.
Yes. I think I've got to watch a show with my mother first, but I will be toddling along as soon as possible. But yeah, I hope you've all had a lovely Halloween, and a lovely Halloween as well. I did nothing for Halloween. It was fabulous. Isn't that right, Gabriel? We never do anything for Halloween because Australia doesn't really, do it. And at the moment, no one can go anywhere. So, fun times. All right.